Tom Marvolo Riddle, aka He Who Needs No Nose, is back at it again, terrorizing the wizarding world. But let's be honest, I still think Umbridge is worse. The Dark Lord himself has arrived in Harry Potter Magic Awakened Global to share his own brand of doom and gloom. So let's take a look at how his Echo works and how to maximize your inner dark wizard. So based on the description, Tom Riddle's unrivaled cruelty and evil earned him the title of the Dark Lord. He stands unfazed with powerful, unforgivable curses at his disposal. There is only power. The MP cost and damage of dark cards in a deck with Voldemort's Echo will be halved. Devastating damage? When you hit an opposing duelist with a dark card, you'll mark that duelist as your target and place a phantom of them at the hit location with 15% of the target's max health. Once created, the phantom will lose 10% of its max health per second. Damage dealt to these phantoms will also affect your target duelist. So how this Echo works is it reduces both the MP cost as well as the amount of damage dark spells do by half. This makes Crucio, Avada Kedavra, and Obscurus cost 3 MP and Azkaban to cost only 4 MP. This sadly also lowers the damage that they all do. If you hit an opposing player with a dark spell, a phantom of them will appear on the field. It'll start losing hit points until it disappears, but any damage you deal to these phantoms get dealt to the player. It'll only deal up to the maximum amount of hit points of the phantom though. 4 companions that will work best with this Echo, number 1 on the list is Hermione. She'll double any spell you use, and although she may not create a phantom if she copies a dark spell, she'll be able to damage the phantoms that get created. She also doesn't suffer the half damage effect of the Voldemort Echo, so she'll cast all the dark spells at full power. Young Hermione will lower the cost of the current spells in your hand, and if a lot of them are dark spells, you'll be able to cast them a lot faster. She may also give you additional damage cards that you can use on the phantoms. And while we're talking about casting dark spells faster, the additional MP that Lottie gives you can definitely help you with that. Now for cards, obviously you need to have the dark spells Avada Kedavra, Obscurus, Crucio, and Azkaban as part of your deck. They are the only spells that will trigger the Echo, so having at least 3 of them in your deck gives you a better chance of maximizing using Voldy. Prior Encantado is another great addition since it'll give you an additional dark spell to use, and what's even more awesome is it'll also enjoy the same half MP as the other dark spells. And as loyal followers of Voldemort, you really want to have Death Eaters as part of your deck, since if you have both Avada and Crucio in your deck, it'll cast them both. Avada first, and then Crucio as its normal attack. What's even better is that the Death Eater also does not suffer from the damage reduction of using the Voldemort Echo. And when you're using Voldemort Echoes in duels, what you'll want to remember is that when you're casting dark spells, you're mainly using them to trigger the Voldemort Echo. Then, you'll have to do damage to the phantom that it creates as soon as possible. If you're a player with a lower level deck than your opponent, you may want to maximize using Avada Kedavra as your main way to defeat opponents, similar to the Dobby Echo. You can build up your 4 Avada defeats by using your opponent's summons. If they don't have summons, just use Avada on the phantoms that get created when you use a dark spell. Having the Death Eater in Prior Encantado also helps get you to the 4 Avadas much faster. You'll also want to use spells that can damage more than one target so you can hit the phantom and the player at the same time. That'll double the damage that your opponent receives. Crucio and Azkaban will mainly be used for control and triggering the Echo. These 2 spells really won't do enough damage to defeat higher level summons like Pure Totem Locomotor or Fantastic Suitcase. Your main goal with them is again to trigger the Echo and hopefully stop summons from attacking you. So if you've ever wanted to live your best dark wizard life, Voldemort's Echo is the way to go. Sure, the damage is a little lower, but the rapid fire spellcasting makes up for it. So if you're ready to start splitting your souls and raining down death curses, give Voldy a shot. And until next time, fellow mages, see you in the wizarding world.
Going. You've got this.
Azkaban.
Yeti. Manticore move. Don't even bother.
Atmosphere charm.
Can't they retract?
Death Eater.